Hi, thanks for tuning in to Your Fab Christian Life. And today we're going to talk to Dr. Tina Coleman. Hi, Tina.
Oh, hey, Jax.
And today, Dr. Tina Coleman is a very successful woman in very many ways. And one of those ways is she's been married for 10 years and she's got 2 beautiful children. And like many of us, she also had a period of time where she engaged in premarital sex. And I'd like to speak with her as a woman who's been married for 10 years as to what her experience was like having sex out of marriage versus having sex in marriage.
Okay, that's a really loaded question. First of all, who said I had sex out of marriage? I was a virgin, honey. No, I wasn't. So let's talk about sex outside of marriage. So first of all, to be quite honest, for me, it was a very difficult process in the sense that I felt like I was playing almost Russian roulette, not just with my life, but physically, but also spiritually, because you're doing something wrong. Your conscience judges you. However, you do the deed. At the end of the day, the feeling of disappointment and you constantly feeling like you're restarting something, to me, was just not what the however long it was of pleasure. So for me, that was very hard, because you don't have that. No matter what people say, you're not bound to be responsible to each other. You make a choice to be, but you're not bound by covenant or anything like that. So contrasting that to being married now in 10 years, there's a certain freedom that comes with marriage, because you have that covenant over you. You have that framework. You have that responsibility towards each other, not just spiritually, but also contractually, legally as well. So that also helps. And so for me, I feel a lot more comfortable. I feel a lot more willing to take risks, to be quite honest, and just a lot more fun, because you don't have that guilt weighing on your mind. And so I would say that if you can wait, which we all can, it just involves closing your legs if you can, and you should do it. You should do it. And I'm not coming from a place of judgment, because I've been there. I've made those bad decisions. But looking back, I can tell you that just erodes your confidence. It erodes your confidence as a woman of God. It erodes your confidence physically and also emotionally. The toll is just not worth it.
Thank you. I would say, I guess, just to interject, as a woman who has who's not married but has had premarital sex, that I know for me, there were times where, yes, it did feel good and it felt fun and it felt like I was in control, but at the end of the day, I was not. There's always pain that came with it, whether that came in the form of guilt, shame, of wondering if I caught something, wondering if I was pregnant, wondering if I'm going to hear from that man again. All those things were just painful experiences to go through, and just not worth the 30 seconds of pleasure that came from the experience. And I'm looking forward to the day when I meet a man that will actually be accepting of me completely, and that I can feel completely comfortable, as Tina said, and free to enjoy that gift that God gave us, the gift of sex and that type of physical intimacy and closeness.
I think also that marriage brings a certain vulnerability to it. I think a lot of people wear masks in general, men and women, and I think that marriage, even though it gets a lot of rag and negative comments, but it allows you to be vulnerable in a way that you probably haven't been before. And I would say that's really the biggest difference for me. It's the degree of vulnerability. It is directly proportional to the amount of pleasure.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Tina, for sharing your experience. And
anytime, honey.
We're just being open and honest here, and we'd like for you to feel that you can be open and honest too. And if you have any stories that you'd like to share, please email me. It's yourfabchristianlife@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below, or you can follow me on Facebook. But we're here to be open and honest. We're Christians, we're believers, and we're women, and we have sex drives.
And we're real, okay? No pretense that anyway, whatever.
We're here to talk about those issues, and we're here to be open and honest about them, and we're here to figure out how the Lord wants us to live in this culture that's been infiltrated with lies. Because we can do it the right way, and God gave us the tools to do so, and it's called the Holy Bible. Thanks.
All right, bye.